Morning, guys. Just got back from my tattoo appointment. I took 2 weeks off. My tattoo artist was in Vegas last week for him and his wife run the shop together, kind of, and she's a piercer. So they went to a piercing conference in Vegas. It was fairly big. Just basically learning better methods and safer methods for healing, stuff like that. Lots of um, piercers go to these things every now and then just to discuss the new methods available and some of the new things that are happening in the field. Anyway, quick side note. So I didn't get anything done last week, and I was pretty busy, so I didn't make a video last week. And I haven't forgotten about this YouTube channel or anything like that. It's just I don't want to get on here ranting about nothing, and it's boring and there's no real update. A couple things. Obviously, I dyed my hair. It's not quite the color I wanted it to be. Probably gonna go a little lighter. I mean, it's either I'm gonna go lighter or I'm gonna shave it off. I'm getting that itch again to be bald and just kind of enjoy my head tattoo. It's a little funny. I got my head tattooed about a year and a half ago. Well, okay, so that's a lie. I've had the sides of my head and the back of my head tattooed for a very long time, but I didn't get the top of my head tattooed until about a year and a half ago because I just didn't want to be bald. I like being bald sometimes, but not always. Like, it's the kind of thing I've said before. If I could just put it on like I was, putting on a different hat. Like, if I could take off my hair and just be bald now and then, that'd be cool. But I like the look of being bald, but I don't like the look of growing it back in. Like, I don't like the in between where you're all fuzzy and weird, like a chia pet or something. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with the shaved head look for some people where it's not quite bald but it's short. I mean, some people can pull it off, but for me, I don't really like it. It's not versatile, and I'll just end up wearing hats the whole way, like I was for a long time, just wearing flat caps and the mail boy hats and baker boy hats or whatever they're called. I got like 5 of them, so I wouldn't have to look at my shaved head while it was growing out this last time. I have been having the itch to be bald again just because my head tattoo is one of my favorite tattoos. There's a video on here of it showing it off. It's like an ancient vampire, like Nosferatu kind of bat monster thing. It's like sort of from Dracula or some kind of mashup of vampire bat. I love all things vampire related. Obviously, I've got a Dracula tattoo. I've got like bat tattoos all over the place. My back piece is kind of like a giant vampire gothic masterpiece. It's one of my favorite tattoos. I mean, it's all over my Instagram. But anyway, yeah, I've been having the itch to shave my head, and I get that every now and then. That's part of why my hair is as short as it is, and I keep trying to grow it out quite long. Like, if I got what I wanted, it would be down to here. But I don't know if I'll ever make it because I keep shaving it off. But yeah, anyway, it was meant to be lighter. I got a bit of this orangey tinge to it. It looks oranger in this light. It's actually a little more blonde, but anyway, yeah. So I just got back from my tattoo appointment. I took 2 weeks off, so I was pretty excited, pretty itchy. I've got a few ideas I wanted to do, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to go with today. Because I am thinking about probably next week or the week after, I'm blacking out to my fingertips on this hand. So I'm probably going to take an extra day off work to give some time to heal that. And probably redo these knuckles finally. But today, the reason why I haven't showed it already is because it's pretty hard to bend. When I got the back here of my arm done, see, it's pretty bloody and sore. That is the end of the red. There's no more red. If there is any red, it's just peeking out. Like, will need to be touched up for sure. Probably gonna do all of the touch-ups soon. Neck, throat, shoulders, chest, everything. That's probably gonna be, I'm saying 3 weeks. Just a lot of skimming. There's lots of places where you can see the old ink or just skin breaks. So there's going to be a lot of skimming, but it shouldn't be too bad because my artist is pretty quick. So I am fortunate for that, because some people, this would have taken me a year to get all this done, and with him it's been a few months. So we got lots done each sit, and even today was a big one. Got a lot done today. Like there was quite a long stretch of quite a long stretch of red to cover. There's like street sweeping or something going on outside my house, so it's a little like distracting. Like, am I gonna need to move my car because they weren't here a minute ago? Anyway, yeah, we got a lot done. Like, there was a long stretch of red, but there was some black in it, so it was kind of like a lot of area was covered today, but not a lot of black was pumped in one solid spot. So it's the case of having most of my arm covered in wrap, where some days it's just one area in specific. Another quick thing I wanted to do is, someone had asked to see my septum clearly on one of my other videos, so I'm going to try and do that. I don't know if that's clearly enough or not, but it's about as good as I'm going to be able to do, because I can't wiggle it too much. Most of my nose is made up by the lining of the septum jewelry. If I go any bigger at all, my nose will collapse without the jewelry in, and I mean that. I know a few people with bigger septums than me, and their septum is only held up by the jewelry now, so their nose actually kind of deflates when they don't have their jewelry in. So I hope that showed it off. Here, I'll try from another angle. I don't know if you can see it or not. I can't really see. It's a little awkward, but yeah, that's the inside of my nose. It's 20 millimeters. So to give you an idea, 20 millimeters. So, okay, my teardrop here is 20 millimeters. 20 millimeters. So it's about the same size, but a different shape. So that's what's in my nose. Yeah. So anyway, a little bit sore today. Not too crazy. Like, we did touch up some of the fresh stuff from 2 weeks ago because I had some scabbing. And so that was where the sore parts, like, I am happier that we did it, but we probably should have waited longer. I had a few scabs in my armpit and my ditch from the last time, then we brushed over those because they were a little bit light. And it was a lot of pain because obviously they weren't fully healed yet. But anyway, don't really have too much more to say, but more about where I'm going next is, now that all this is blacked out, obviously there will be probably 3 touch-up rounds. But other than that, the fingers, and then I'm thinking about darkening these roses up, and the back of my head needs to be touched up, and from there, I was talking today about how we're going to fix up my eyeball here. Like, this color here is going to have to be darkened because everything else is so dark now that it's really looking quite shabby in comparison. I don't want to black it out or anything like that. I just think I'm going to make it more solid red and less orange and yellow. And then these gums that, I don't know if you can see the gums around the teeth. They're like pinky. They were supposed to be red, but they faded quite a bit. So the idea there is I'm going to black all that red out and just make that pop a lot more, make it stronger, so that the whole thing looks a little less disjointed with what I've got going on up here. I mean, I am planning on touching up everything there, but once I get into the tentacles, I'm looking at 30-40 hours of work, bare minimum, to bring everything up to par. So that's going to be quite the commitment when I get into that, and that's part of why I'm taking my time with it, because when I did this torso piece, it was well over 100 hours, and I'm not super looking forward to getting into it all again. Anyway, I do hear street sweepers, and I was planning on chatting just a bit longer, but I've said most of what I wanted to say, so I'm going to run out and move my car, because these guys are going to do what they're going to do. So, if you have any more questions, like the one guy had about my septum, wanting to show it off clearer, which I hope I accomplished. Just let me know. I never mind stuff like that. And yeah, if you like these videos, and if you want to see more of me, I'm Ephemeral Remy on Instagram. I post daily. Follow me on there and share these videos with your friends. And have a good day.